Every story begins with a spark of wonder.
Hello everyone and welcome. Today we have a fantastic old story from Japan about a boy who was just amazingly clever. His name was Ikkyu-san, and his superpower? Well, it was thinking in ways that no one else did to solve some really tricky problems. So, let's start with a little question for you. Have you ever been stuck with a problem that just seemed impossible, and then, suddenly, you thought of a super clever, maybe even a little sneaky way to fix it? Well, that's exactly what today's story is all about.
All right, let's set the scene. Our story begins a long time ago in Kyoto, Japan, at a beautiful place called the Ankoku-ji Temple. And this is where we meet our hero, a young monk in training named Ikkyu. And let me tell you, everyone knew him for having a super sharp mind.
Now, every good story needs a little bit of trouble, right? And this one starts with the head monk of the temple, a man they called the abbot. You see, the abbot had a real sweet tooth, but he wasn't so great when it came to sharing.
So the abbot had this special jar filled with the most delicious, sweet, sticky syrup you can imagine. And to keep it all to himself, he told Ikkyu and the other young monks a little story. He'd point to the jar and say, "Now you must never, ever touch this. It's a terrible poison only for grown-ups."
But Ikkyu was way too clever for that. He had a feeling it wasn't poison at all. So one day, when the abbot was out, he and his friends opened up that jar. And, you guessed it, they ate every single delicious drop. Uh-oh, what were they going to tell the abbot when he got back?
Well, when the abbot came home and saw that empty jar, he was not happy. But Ikkyu was ready. He put on his saddest face and said, "Oh, master, something awful happened. We were playing and we broke your favorite precious inkstone. We felt so bad that we decided to eat the poison to say we were sorry."
Can you imagine the abbot's face? His jaw just dropped. He was totally caught in his own trap. He couldn't get mad at them for eating the poison without admitting he'd made the whole thing up. Ikkyu had used the abbot's own story to leave him completely speechless. Well, word got around about how clever Ikkyu was, but not everybody was a fan. There was this one guy named Taihei who thought he was the smartest person in town, and he decided he wanted to prove he was smarter than Ikkyu. So Taihei liked to wear this big, fancy coat made of fur. To mess with him, Ikkyu put up a sign saying no one wearing animal skin could come into the temple. Taihei thought he had the perfect comeback, pointing at the huge temple drum and saying, "Aha! Your drum is made of animal skin too." But Ikkyu just grinned, grabbed a drumstick, and playfully chased Taihei away, shouting, "You're right! I must beat the animal skin out of the temple."
Okay, so Taihei was really determined to trick Ikkyu. He invited Ikkyu over to his house, but on the little bridge you had to walk over to get there, he put up a sign. A very clear sign that said, "Do not cross this bridge." He was sure he had him this time.
But this is where Ikkyu's cleverness is just wow. You see, in Japanese, the word for bridge, hashi, sounds exactly like the word for edge. Ikkyu knew this little trick of the language, so he looked at the sign, smiled, and walked right down the middle of the bridge. He wasn't crossing the hashi, the edge, at all. He followed the rule, just not the way Taihei meant it. The stories of Ikkyu's brilliant mind traveled so far they eventually reached the most powerful person in all of Japan, the shogun. The shogun was so curious, he summoned the young monk to his castle to see for himself. The shogun led Ikkyu to a huge, beautiful painted screen, and on it was a picture of a giant, fierce-looking tiger. Then, the shogun looked at Ikkyu with a very serious face and gave him a truly impossible task. "Ikkyu," he said, "this painted tiger, it comes alive at night. It leaps off the screen and causes all sorts of trouble. Your job is to tie it up."
Whoa, hold on. How do you do that? The most powerful man in the country has just ordered him to tie up a painting. It's not even real. What on earth could Ikkyu possibly do? But Ikkyu didn't even blink. He just calmly took out a piece of rope, bowed to the shogun, and said, "But of course, my lord, I am ready. If you would be so kind as to chase the tiger out of the screen for me, I will be waiting right here to tie it up the very second it appears." The shogun just stood there for a second, and then he burst out laughing. He got it. Ikkyu had cleverly flipped the impossible problem right back to him.
The shogun couldn't chase a painted tiger out any more than Ikkyu could tie one up. He was so impressed.
So, after outsmarting the head of his temple, a tricky rival, and even the shogun himself, what do you think happened next for this incredibly clever boy?
Well, Ikkyu never stopped being clever. As he grew up, that sharp mind of his turned into deep wisdom. He became a very famous and well-loved Zen master, known all over Japan for his thoughtful ideas, his art, and, of course, for being able to solve any problem with his amazing brain.
The story of Ikkyu is so great because it teaches us something really important. Sometimes the biggest, scariest problems can be solved if you just look at them a little differently. So next time you're really stuck, just think to yourself, what would Ikkyu do?
Thank you for watching the Old Japanese Fairy Tales channel. We look forward to having you with us again.